Hello everyone. A lot of people have been enjoying my Raids 3 videos and all the guides that I've been putting out. I've had a lot of really nice comments. If you want to see any of those and check them out and you've not, there's a playlist on my channel called ToA Raids 3 and it's got all the content there. This video, I'm going to try sending some normal modes in budget gear. Now by budget gear, I literally mean, according to this, I have a 2.4 mil risk. And a lot of that is in runes and bolt wrecks. This setup's probably close to 2 mil. I don't know if this is possible. I've not attempted it at all with this little gear, but that's what we're here to find out. And if it is possible, anyone that's been scared of doing the raid, you've got no reason to be scared. Because if I can do it with this setup, then it's just a mechanics test, and if you learn, you'll be able to do it yourself. Obviously, I have got max melee stats, so that will help quite a lot. Let's see how this goes. First things first, we need a good invocation list. Now, I'm going to put softcore run on, just so if we die abruptly, we might still have a little chance. I'm not going to put a timer on for obvious reasons. I'm really not sure the stress test of DPS in this gear. I am going to put on quiet prayers. This might be a mistake, but it is 20 raid level. If I fail the first run, this is going to be the first thing that I take off. On a diet, it's just free. These two are free in a solo. Blowing mud's just more mud, and lava is just the eggs explode. You can basically ignore both. These Zebak ones are basically free. And then I've just got 4 monkey ones because I do like the fight and they're quite easy to dodge. And finally, we have 1 speed up on the Wardens, which is just the obelisk attacks in phase 2. Let's get on with it. Before we start, it's worth noting I have got a range pot and not a super combat pot as well. Because I'm going to do Zebak first into Barber. And I'm going to try the KCB on both. I'm not sure how this is going to be, but I'm just going to be using the same method that I normally do with the buffer and instead using the KCB. It's probably going to extend the kills, but I imagine it's going to hit quite accurately. I used it on the hardcore for a long time for chambers and stuff, so I am hopeful. I do think it's a bit of an underrated range weapon. Also, we have got thralls, just because they're going to help and they're quite cheap. Now, the puzzle rooms aren't really going to change in the slightest, so I am just going to completely skip through these. See you soon. Okay, so let's send Zebak. Now, I am going to pot up, and I've got my range gear on. I'm just going to record basically the entire fight and we'll go over afterwards where it felt harder, if at all, or if it just feels like it sucks. Let's find out. Okay, so it is hitting, that's the good thing at least. Obviously not as accurately as the buffer, but the hits are coming in. Okay, so good thing to note, the KCB's got a lower attack range than the buffer. I always forget that. I am an idiot and I've just realised something. Because I'm used to bringing a Serp Helm, I haven't actually got an anti-poison, nor do I have the anti-venom for the monkeys, so I am just going to die here and restart. Okay, and we're back. We have an anti-venom for the monkeys, I don't have no anti-venom plus in the bank, and I can't bother to go to the G. And we've got a Sanfu for the scarab and the crocodile poison. Let's try again. Okay, we're approaching the Young Rage, so the main thing about this fight that I've seen so far is I've never had 4 specs with a buffer. Now, it is a little bit strange to have 4, but it's easy to deal with, so yeah, this increases the length of the fight quite a lot, but it's not like it's not doable. I did just take a little bit of unnecessary damage there by accident, but that's completely my fault. And there's Zebak down, with quite a few supplies left, and I used 2 doses of brew at the end when I didn't need to. Took 4 minutes though, it is quite a long time. Let's go try Barber next, see if we've got enough supplies for it. One thing's for sure, that's the longest Zebak fight I've ever had. This room is going to be slightly different, so I might record it a little bit just in case I get overwhelmed or it feels like I'm getting overwhelmed. The only thing about this run that I'm kind of not sure about is main-handing the Kephri Partisan. I was considering using a whip, but I don't know, I thought I'd try it out. Also, if I do need to add something to my repertoire and make it like a 5 mil setup, I imagine that a blowpipe's gonna be a good buy. I suppose one thing that I could have brought is some chins. That would have probably been a good idea for this room. But because KCB's 3 ticket is not that much worse than a blowpipe, and this should be the last lot of them. I did use a couple of brews just then, I shouldn't have, I just panicked a little bit, I'll be honest. I'm not really sure what my defense is like in this gear, and I normally wear a Ring of Suffering on top of it all, so honestly, not that bad, only a little bit slower than normal. Now I am going to eat up, and now we're ready for Barber. It's going well so far in my opinion, 4 brews left. Well, let's just send it. I guess the thing I'm most concerned about is I might not be able to one-shot the boulders. The KCB got a hit on the first attack, that's a good sign. And then none for the next 3. If this doesn't hit too often, I'll probably swap off to the Keris. I've not really tried magic here ever either. Maybe I can get this a shot. Nah, it doesn't seem like anything's that good. So, let's try Keris. Well, it's hitting. This is all just an experiment, to be honest. Remember, all I've got to do is clear this, and then I get some supply chests. I think Keris is definitely the way to go over a KCB here, which is probably to be expected. Which means next time, I'll need to bring a super combat pot. Doesn't one hit without rigor? Doesn't one hit with rigor? That might be an issue. So no boulder skip. Because it don't one-shot a rigor, there's no point having it on, so... On the bright side, it's still doable. Downside, I have used a lot of restores from the longer fights. Kind of concerned. To be honest, in this gear, if I'm hitting quite accurately with a Keris, stab weapons must be pretty, like, goated here. I've not really had one. I've been using a tent whip as a melee weapon. But, like, my range and magic setup's decent. Oh, I'm also dumb. I had my D Defender at the bottom of my Inv instead of using it all this time. I bet everyone's been shouting at me. That adds so much accuracy. I don't want to die here or it'll ruin the raid, so I am going to drink a few brews. I am getting a resupply after this, so it should be fine. And at this point, I'm going to conserve supplies and do my safe spot method. Because this is probably the right thing to do. I know it feels a bit cheaty, but it didn't have much health left, and I'm trying to do everything that I can to get a completion. I won't use the Akkha safe spot, that I promise. Ooh, it needs to die fast with these baboons out. Oh no, it's just a few hits, man. I'm not that concerned because I have the boulder at the other side of the room, which I'm probably just going to have to go over to now. Okay, and we're done. Jeez. I mean, it's rough. It is really rough, but it does seem very doable. Let's just hope we get a solid spirit item. Ooh. We need restores. We really need restores. I mean, this has the scarabs, which might get us through, but I'm not too sure. It does have the ambrosia as a backup. Kind of tempted to take life, but I'd normally take power here in an all run. This is such a hard choice without it. I need the combat buffs, so I'm gonna risk it with this one. It does give us an excess amount of brews, which we don't need to restore for with the smelling salt, so that is really good. We also get these scarabs, which we can use even with on a diet on. I think we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna skip the light puzzle here, and I'll see you at the boss. Oh no, I guess the title of this video were clickbait because I've got a D pick in here, and they're like 7 mil right now. But they don't really affect the combat room, so I think it's completely valid. Okay, on to Akkha. Now, this is the only boss that I've not put any invocations on for. All the others have them, so this shouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to be a little bit safe, and I am going to kite him around the room until the first warden's dead, because he can deal quite a lot of damage. And I'm trying to conserve prayer. I will pop this smelling salt, so I always forget. You know what? Regular Trident actually puts in work here. This is probably the smallest downgrade when compared to all the other styles, even though I have Ancestral and Sang. I am going to take some damage from this hourglass attack by the looks of it. I'll take that in the lightning area because it just turns your prayer off. Okay, now let's do the rest of the fight normally. And I forgot to deposit my D-pick. Oops. I also seem to have mixed up my switches a little bit. I'm not really used to having this little switches in like lower gear. It's kind of confusing a little bit. I guess there is a use for the inventory markers there. Everyone's going to kill me for saying that. And again, I forgot to put the D Defender on. It's weird because it's not on a Vernic. I'm used to just seeing an Vernic. Okay, KCB is really good on these shadows. Obviously not as good as a blowpipe, but it's good. I feel like this is definitely possible because this is a really good first attempt. I might even get it this run if I'm really focused, but you do have to make very little mistakes. So it would definitely be good to learn on entry mode before attempting this. One thing to note in fighting this boss is don't have thralls out when it's on its last phase, because if you're on the final phase with the light orbs and the thralls hit them, it actually counts as attacks, so it swaps places very often. Okay, and here we go, last phase. Wish me luck. I have plenty of brews, so there's no harm in eating here. Okay, and we're done. One more boss to go before the Wardens. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about with the Scarab boss is the prayer. I have got this as a backup, but I don't really want to use it. So what I am going to have to do is probably not pray here. Or at least just pray overheads. Mind you, this is a really slow run, so I should kill the bugs and the eggs and just have a really slow boss fight. And that way I shouldn't take any damage. Yeah, let's do that. Again, these are puzzles, so I'm just going to go through these really quick. For example, this is the fastest light puzzle in the world. Done. Let's have some fun. I'm going to put this in my ing just in case. Now, I don't think I'll need it, but it's there just in case I do. Remember, I normally don't, but I'm going to kill every egg and every minion. I guess the main concern I've got here is the KCB going to be good enough to kill the blue mage minion? Because that I'm really not sure of. On the bright side, even in this gear, the Keris hits like a beast, and that's because Bando's isn't much better than a torso and obby legs. Now, I am going to kill these agile things. I normally don't, like I said earlier, but I don't want to pray really. Now, I don't have a blow pipe this time, so I'm not really sure how this is going to compete or compare to one. It seems to be doing well so far. I guess the benefit is it's got better reach. It's just a little bit slower, so this one might get through. Okay, and that's that. Honestly, next time I think I'll just let it overheal and I'll just kill the boss. Because it basically fully healed anyway. And I screwed up a couple of them, but... Ooh, I know I said I was going to kill these, but... The big bad blue has spawned. I need to do as much as I can to this. I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm going to take the damage. God damn it. Oh, wait. We just got it in time. Nice. Okay, that's the main concern for this fight done. Now I think I'm going to be fine. I will kill these because they're really annoying. In fact, I've probably got the prayer to just pray range for the rest of this now, so I'm going to kill this one and leave the other one. And we are done. That's all 4 bosses down. And we've still got 3 doses of restore, a scarab, an ambrosia, and 4 brews. I think we're in with a chance here. The only invocation we've gotten for the final boss is the one that speeds up the attacks of P2. So as long as I'm focused, I think we should be okay. Now, we are probably hoping for just a double ambrosia here, to be honest. Oh, and we got one! Oh, we're grabbing that. This is so good. I don't think it's going to be a 2 down warden on P2. I reckon it's going to be a 3 down, so I have got to be wary of that. But the Inv is looking juicy. Now the question is, do I Keris or do I KCB the obelisk? That is something I'm not sure of. Well, I guess we just send it. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to try KCB out. If it doesn't seem like it's doing much damage, I'll swap off to the Trident or the Keris. I'm not sure what's going to be best. Wish me luck, I guess. I'm going to pre-summon a Thrall, and I'm just going to send it. I think Trident's pretty good right now, so I'm going to spawn the Guardian on this side that you start with Mage on. I can hit 30s with Smelling Salts. That's not that bad. I can definitely see a speed decrease here compared to the normal method, but I've got Bruise. My main concern is still my prayer if it's a drawn out fight, but the benefit to that is that I've got Ambrosia. Okay, and here we go. Oh my god, no. Holy crap, that misclick could have just cost me it. No way. I really hope that misclick didn't just cost me this. Ooh, Smelling Salts haven't restored yet, that's why I'm hitting a bit lower. Only a -2 max hit to the normal one that I do. Not that bad at all, to be honest. It's going to be a 3 downer. Ooh, this is stressful, especially that misclick. If I didn't misclick, I'd be really happy right now. But... okay, Panic Ambrosia. I'm not used to this going on for this long at all. I've got 5 doses of Ambrosia left. Okay, and they're down. I'm going to drink everything but the Ambrosia. And then, this is all we've got. I'm really hoping KCB is good here. Wish me luck, gamers. I have opted for the Zebak and Barbar final fight. I just feel like it's easy to react to Zebak's prayers and dodge them boulders. I am getting quite a bit of world lag, or client lag, or whatever. Not sure if you can see it, but like I dragged the pot in my Inv earlier and it dead clicked and dragged to somewhere else. Okay, no mistakes, come on. I guess the only downside is I have no other way to restore Pret other than Ambrosia. And I have no idea how long the final fight is going to take. And Zebak is up. Pret is not going to last long, I'm not happy. I really wish I didn't use those extra pots earlier. I really wish I weren't getting any client lag. It does make it pretty hard. I guess talking while playing makes it difficult as well. Final phase, let's have some fun. Can definitely feel this being slower. I actually don't know what happens if all the tiles get to the front. So that'll be interesting. Okay, and we are done. We did it first try. Technically second, but we forgot anti-poisons. So, this is definitely doable. This is 2 mil gear. Without that mistake on the Warden fight, I could have probably gone a lot lower than this. Let's go see if we got lucky, and then we'll do a little overview of what we've just done. Come on. Damn it, still no perp. Oh well. Can we spoon a jewel on the budget run? No, we cannot. But 300k is 300k. Okay, and here we are in the final room. Let's do our outro here because it's fun. Now, it is worth noting, I made a lot of mistakes here. I made some mistakes on Zebak. I made some mistakes on Barbar in the sense of, I didn't really take unavoidable damage. I just let 2 sarcophaguses open, which damaged me slightly. But I also didn't realise how bad KCB was, so it could have been faster if I just used the Keris through the entire fight at Barbar. Bear that in mind. Like, the time overall isn't even that bad. 39 minutes compared to my normal 25. That's my PB. I normally average about 26, 27 with my setup. This is 100% doable. If you're one of those people who are scared to do tombs because you think you need all the Zenites, you think you need all of the gear in the world, this is proof that you don't. I can probably go slightly lower than this. I could probably get rid of, like, I don't know, the ring, the D boots, swap the KCB out for a rune crossbow even maybe, and I'd love to send something like that. But this is a 2 mil setup, minus the D pick that I forgot to restore, but again, that doesn't affect the combat rooms, so that's kind of irrelevant. With a rune pick, I'd still get 2 downs in that room regardless. Anyways, I hope this was kind of informative, kind of educational. As I said before, I have 3 guides out currently. I've got one for the path of Scabarus and Kephri, one for the path of Het and Akkha, and one for the path of Trondis and Zebak. And one's going to follow probably tomorrow for the path of Apmeken and Barbar. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support lately. My subscriber count's booming because of raids. Honestly, thank you so much. And if you're one of those watchers, as I said, who thinks you can't do this, get into an entry mode, even if you've got a milling gear, send it, learn the mechanics, and then if you do perfect raid, you can definitely do a normal mode, which is where most of the loot unlocks at a decent level. Well, all of the loot unlocks at a decent level. Good luck on purples. Thanks for watching. Love you all and leave you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!